Yeah, the People Podcast. I'm on it here to make you think and take them black to the basis. No gimmicks needed. Our melanin was designed for this greatness. Power was created, the most high, assigned to the favorites. We win as a nation, it's mutual. Young black man, you enough. Ladies, you beautiful. Don't let them tell you different. Your energy can't be shifted. Created, nor destroyed. That's a scientific fact, so opinions is all forward. This is how you're learning, how your conscious awareness of self. This that undisputed, undefeated, down in the belt. This your grandma cooking on Sunday morning. Don't touch the fridge. God is good all the time and all the time. Yeah, you did. This is music for the mind. Lyrics to touch your soul. Melanie for high frequencies.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. And folk, we are back once again with another episode of Black to the Basics, aka the People's Podcast. I am your host and one half, Mr. 52 the Boss, here with my co-host.
It's your boy Jay Irv, man, checking in. What's going on, people? How's everybody?
What's good? What's good? Another
Another
day,
day, another
another
opportunity.
dollar, another
Yes,
opportunity,
sir.
another chance to talk to the kinfolk. What's going on, man?
Nothing, man. So I got a continuation from the telling why you mad. You know what I'm saying? So
You
remember,
it broke your membership or what?
no, they didn't. So remember the
Oh,
gentleman I dealt with last week at the gym.
yeah.
Saw him yesterday morning. You know what I mean? He came over, wants a whole conversation. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, you think give me a spot? Like everything's all good. You know what
Oh,
I
that's
mean?
looking
So
out.
it just so it goes back to kind of what your talk to him 52 from last week. You know what I'm saying? Just be nice to people because you
Be
never
nice.
know how somebody's doing, what somebody feels. So, I could have still been a
Look at
jerk.
that situation. You done turned a negative into a positive, man,
I,
and got a whole gym buddy out there. That's what's up, man.
no, I don't know. No,
That,
I
that,
like to work out alone,
clap it
but
up. Clap it up for that, man. Can I get some claps for that? Clap it up for
no.
having a gym buddy,
So the
man. Ain't nothing
point,
wrong with it.
no, it's nothing. The point I was just trying to make is like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you never know how things gonna turn out. So, just hey, treat people nice. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? That's it.
Yeah, man. For those who missed last week's episode, Herb had a little run-in with the guy who thought that Herb took his weights. Herb actually didn't take his weights. He just happened to have the same size weight someone else did. Come to find out, Herb didn't do it at all. The guy realized the error in his ways and realized, you know what? My bad. I'm tripping. I'm
Yeah,
having one of
very
those
rare.
days.
Very rare that he
Come full
apologized.
circle moment and then turn around. Now he's having conversation. I mean, typically people who have memberships at the gym, you're gonna see the same people,
Yeah.
especially if you work out in the mornings or the evenings. You usually see the same people.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah,
So
I'm glad that was. I'm glad the situation turned into something positive. It could have gone a whole different way. So
I think he
shout out to
realized
you.
that. I think he realized that. So once again, I'm no bully, but you're not just gonna, be aggressive with me. I'm not gonna say nothing. So it's all good. But
This guy.
what I mean, how was your weekend? This time, how's your weekend, man?
My weekend was amazing. To start off,
Okay.
as black folks, we know there's certain things that we always look for, no matter where we are, what circumstance, what situation. One thing we always are looking for is we're looking for the hookup. We're looking for a plug,
Okay.
someone who can provide the services and or product for what we need. Me being a person who has built a fire pit all by myself, I have been looking for firewood. I'm like, I understand going to Home Depot and the gas stations, and you might spend 10, $12, get about 5 or 6, logs. That ain't gonna really help me. I have a fireplace in the crib, and I also have a fire pit. So I've been looking online everywhere trying to find a
Trying
fire,
to
like
find you some
somewhere I can get
firewood.
fire. I've been on Facebook Marketplace, and I'm like, I had a couple people, but I'm like, I don't really know these people like that. But I remember every day when I go to the gym and I pass the certain gas station, there's a little like a parking lot for 18 wheelers, right? So these 18 wheelers park in this parking lot. But right on the side of that is like a little house and it got firewood out there. And I'm like, that's way too much wood to just be right there for no reason.
Right.
Somebody has to be selling that firewood. Saturday, man, I went over there and I was like, all right, let me go see. Go over there, dude had a little phone number, called the phone number. Yo, so you got the firewood for here? What's the price? He said,
It's
oh,
for
where you
free.
at? I said, I'm right in front. He said, okay. Whole time, I didn't even know there's a whole house behind this whole little shack.
That has
The
firewood.
road is like a half a mile. Like drive back in this little dirt road. Got the house. Dude pulls up. So like, all right, cool. You can go ahead and start loading. I'm like, hold on, wait a minute, cuz what the price is hitting on?
Was free, wasn't it?
Man, my man hit me with the 50 cent per
Oh,
log out there.
okay.
Boy.
Okay.
So yeah, needless to say, we gonna be good all winter and fall. So I can't wait. I already cracked up, some of it just to test it, make sure the wood was official.
And so
All I can
it's
say,
official.
I told the dude, yeah, it's official. Not only
Okay.
do take cash, he take Cash App, Zelle, Venmo, and because he has the whole little sign, he's like, he got everything on camera. So if you go up there, he can see you. So he's like, look, if I ever get here and you can't reach me or I'm out, I can't come here, just go ahead, load up, send me the money, whatever. We do our honors. I'm like, word, that's dope. I said,
Yeah,
you got
yeah.
a customer in me already. I done told half the people on my block. So now they rocking with him too. So now I got the fire plug. I'm excited.
Well,
Got firewood
luckily,
everywhere. Now I gotta get a rack
luckily,
and hold on this firewood.
so luckily, I don't need the firewood just yet, man. We don't have a fireplace or a fire pit, so yeah.
Yes. Hey, if you ever get one, just know I got the plug for you. And
I might do
I
the
am
fire pit next
excited
year.
about that. I done cracked it open this Saturday, burned a few pieces. I'm like, oh, this is official. So nah, man, I was just super excited because like I said, you go to Walmart, Home Depot, Lowe's, any one of these gas stations, you might spend $10 to $12. You might get 5-6 logs. Like you got a fire pit, it's gonna take you like 12 just to even get it cracked up. So
Yeah,
I'm spending
or
like
to have a
30
decent
bucks.
fire, depending on how long you're gonna be outside. You know what I mean?
And most time I'm doing some type of activity, watching the football game or something, man. So that was super exciting. That made my whole week. I then got to take my sons to like a little pumpkin patch / festival, which was super, super dope. Even my son was like, man, I ain't know what this was gonna be, Dad. I thought we was gonna go here, we gonna see some pumpkins, and I was gonna be bored. Turned out to be a whole little obstacle course, corn maze. They had the food truck, and I had the absolute best funnel cake I've ever had in my life.
Uh,
I think it's a funnel. Truth.
it
I don't
didn't like.
know Georgia, but they official. By far the
And
best
so
funnel.
I gotta ask you, how long is that here for? Because you know me, I was chilling. I had plans Saturday, but I saw on
Yeah,
your story, I'm like, hey
always.
man, that road looks familiar. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're like right
Yeah.
around the corner from the crib, and I
Yeah,
ride
yeah.
past that joint all the time. Like man, it from the road, it doesn't look like much, but I guess you have
Mm.
to go
Yeah, yeah.
inside. Like if you
When
ride
you
past it,
actually
it doesn't
get
look like it's
in
nothing
there,
in there.
yeah, but when you get in there, it's like a whole pumpkin patch first. Then they have hay ride. So you go, they do a little spin the block a couple times on the hay, doing a hay ride. Then
Okay.
they have little obstacle courses, and they have they were kids smaller than Dre. Dre ain't number one. They were kids like younger than Dre, like
Out
6,
there.
8 months out there. So they had activities for all the people. I think it's up until pretty much most of the fall, and they only
So I
do it
know
on
they do.
weekends.
I might say I know they do. They do the haunted hayride. I think because I've seen the advertisement for that, and then
Yeah,
they
so
do like the
I think that starts
paint.
later, and I think like
Like
next
next
week or
week.
something like that.
Yeah, I know they do like the
Right. But
paintball
then
and all the
that's
other
in
stuff over
the
there
evening
too.
part though, because the one I went to was like from like 12 to 6 or like 11 to 6 or something like that.
Okay.
But
Yeah, yeah.
I will tell you, if you're going, buy your tickets online because you only can buy tickets online. You can't buy tickets there. I
Okay.
was
So
smart enough to read that online, and people was getting mad, like, why I can't buy? I'm here. They're like, yeah, it says only online, and you have to buy a time slot. It's not like you can just be like, all right, I'm going anytime. Like you buy a time slot, and that's when you can come in. Of course, once you're in, you good. But a lot of people were upset that they didn't buy
because
the
they didn't
tickets in
read.
advance,
Reading
like
is
it
fundamental, people.
suggested. So yeah, reading is very fundamental for those who like to take the time to read. So yeah, that was super dope. What about you, man? You're always a busy guy. So
I
how
honestly,
was your weekend?
it was pretty. I wouldn't say it was busy. Saturday, I spent some time with the kids. Did the jump park. Did the outlet for a little bit. Preparing for my trip that's coming up. By the time actually, I will be leaving on the day that this airs, so I'll be heading to New York for a few days.
Oh,
You know what I'm
fancy
saying? Yeah, yeah,
pants.
no, yeah, just a
Who you
little
staying?
getaway.
The Ritz Carlton? the
No,
Waldorf
I would
Astoria.
no. I wish I was staying at the hotel. What's the thing? The
Don't let them
I
fool
can't.
y'all, kinfolk.
No, I can't remember
Don't
you know.
don't don't
No. You know I know my
don't lie
movies.
to the
I'm trying. There's the Plaza Hotel from Home Alone. That's actually on my list of things to go by and see. But no, so we my anniversary is coming up on the 23rd. So the wife has never been
This
to
is wedding
Yeah, so
anniversary,
my
dating
wedding
anniversary.
anniversary is wedding
How many
anniversary is
years?
coming up. This will be 6 years total. No,
That boy
6 years
thinking hard.
married. Yeah. Had to make sure because it's confusing because a lot of people don't know. Like so so my wedding ceremony actually happened a year after me and my wife were actually married. So like when people send us,
Y'all was
hey,
hiding it from the world. Y'all wasn't hiding the wedding from the world. Y'all was hiding the world
yeah,
from the wedding.
however you want to put it, but so it always throws me
He put
off
the Drake
because
on it.
it always throws me off. So like people will say happy anniversary on October 6th because that's when the ceremony was. But we
Ceremony,
actually got
yes.
married the year before that on the 23rd of October. So we'll be in New
Okay.
York celebrating that. So yeah, man, I'm looking
Okay.
forward to it.
So like Drake said, he was hiding the marriage from the he wasn't
No,
hiding the
I'm going
world
to
from the
look.
marriage. He married from the
I'm
world.
going to go check out my man from TikTok. The let me go get the chopped
The
cheese, the
Aki
Aki
way.
way. So, and then just my luck, he probably not gonna be there. It's gonna be like his brother or something. I'm gonna get upset. I'm gonna leave. So, but I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be some real cold weather. So I haven't been around no cold weather in a long time. So I'm excited.
Yeah,
Looking
you
forward
get
to it, man.
spoiled with this Georgia weather.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to it, bro. But that's about it. Sunday. I just watched football, a lot of great football. We talk about it later. You know, a lot of teams
Oh,
that
I'm sure you have so much to talk about on your
no,
players lounge. So
surprisingly
we'll,
not.
we'll go ahead and get started, man. Y'all know we can't start any show without first talking to the people, and for that we got to have that talk to 'em 52. So you guys heard me say that I had a phenomenal weekend. I found a plug where I could get some firewood. But today it's gonna be a little different. This is like a talk to 'em 52 slash like word of advice, just like a piece of information that I think everyone should leave with or keep in mind. Two of my partners taught me this saying, which is keep your I over E, which is keep your intelligence over your emotions. And they said that to me, a few years ago. Shout out to my boy, my homie D, and also Tim, who told me that. And that stuck with me so bad. And I was like, what does that really mean? He's like, keeping your intelligence over your emotions. A lot of times your emotions can be over your intelligence and you make decisions based on how you feel. That, my friends, happened to me this past weekend. So I had a homeboy hit me up. My man was distraught. He like, yo, Weeks fam, like I need to holler at you. Me and the old lady, we ain't doing too good, man. I really need you to pray for us. Like things is really bad. I'm like, dang. Me being a black man that's married, I don't want to see nobody doing bad out here, especially if they have a significant other. I don't want to see nobody struggling or having situations. So I'm super concerned at this point. I've met your shorty. I'm like, yo, I don't want that, to end in a bad thing where y'all divorce or break up or whatever the case may be. So I'm concerned at this point. So I'm like, all right, man. I'm rushing. Like, all right, cool, man. What's going on? Like, what do you need from me? How can I help you? Like, yo, just pray. Like, it's just bad. The man ain't really telling me nothing. So me, I'm like, all right, cool. And, normally I would just send a little prayer up, say, hey, pray for them, help they work the situation out. But for this situation, something didn't quite feel right. So I'm like, you know what? Normally I would act a certain way and rush to judgment, but something about this don't feel right. So I said, hey man, when you get a chance, man, like hit me up, man. I just want to holler at you for a second. Cool. Holler my man's like, yo, man, like what's up, man? I ain't trying to be your business, but I need to know what I'm praying for. Like somebody dying, you got terminal illness or finance, like what's going on? And here's where the stuff hit the fan. So my man tells me, yo, me and the wife, we ain't on the same page. I'm like, yo, what's going on? My man said they were supposed to go out, right? They're supposed to go out that night. And they never decided on which time they were going to go out. But they were going to go out as a couple. So he goes out and does his thing that day. His wife goes out and do her thing. Now, in the midst of her doing her things, her homegirls hit her up, girl, we about to go get some drinks. Let's go do some brunch. They go out to do brunch. Brunch turns into a little bit later to like a dinner type situation. So now at this point, he tight because Shorty's supposed to be home. They supposed to go out. But her thing is, we never decided on the time. She gets home, they get into this whole war and they beefing, and now they not talking. Now, the real situation that he didn't tell me until a couple of days later was that they were already beefing over him not taking out the trash that past week, which is so foolish to me that they had a whole blowout over not taking trash to the point they're not speaking to each other. So I find out all this information. I'm like, Slim, you called me for a situation that could have easily been avoided and or fixed with a simple conversation to your young lady, your wife, or your wife to be whatever situation y'all in. I don't know where y'all at now. But that's a simple situation that can be fixed with a conversation. You in here got me about to pray to my big God about a situation, thinking that there's some infidelity, somebody about to die, something, that happened financially, or y'all just doing bad, or whatever the case may be. And the situation is simple as having a conversation. Again, had I not had that second thought to say, you know what? Let me not act off emotions. Let me use my intelligence, because there's something just ain't right about this situation. I'd have been out here praying for something that could have really been fixed with a simple conversation. So again, my Talk to Him 52 today is make sure you get all the information and always keep your intelligence over your emotions. That's my Talk to Him 52. Ridiculous, Irv. Just ridiculous.
Hey man, listen, I'm sitting here like,
Just ridiculous. I'm
what's
still
going
tight
on?
thinking about the joint. I want to square. Like, I'm up
What's
here about
going
to pray
on?
to my big God. Like
You about,
this is a
hey,
situation.
look, you about to call in the big favors from the man above, and it could have easily been
I've been here
fixed.
about to get the wife involved. Like, yeah, we gotta pray for them. My man, what? Because
Hey,
y'all beefing on where y'all supposed to go out and over the trash. Come on, Slim. Like,
hey
come on.
man, listen,
Don't call me with this, man.
I tell people all the time, man, life is short, man. So you never know. You know what I'm saying? 1 minute you could be here, 1 minute you're not. So, pick your battles, fellas.
That was stupid.
Ladies too.
That was
So
stupid.
yeah.
Don't call if you're listening and you my friend, my homie, don't call me for no foolishness like that. That can fix with a conversation.
I
I'm tight thinking
understand.
about it, but all right, man.
Let's go ahead
Let's move
let's
on,
go ahead and
man.
kick this players list.
Y'all know what time it is. Time for the players now. Just get it.
Yeah, man.
Yes,
So
sir.
listen,
Let's get it.
we're gonna kick it off. I know people gonna want me to start a certain place, but I'm not gonna go there just yet, man. So we're gonna talk about Shaq being named president of the Reebok basketball division. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And Allen Iverson as the
The
VP.
only AI that we
You know
acknowledge.
what I'm saying? Is the VP. Shout out to Bubba Chuck, AI, VA all day. And to go with that, Angel Reese being the
Yes.
first NIL deal for Reebok, which is huge, man. So what's your thoughts on that? You know what I'm saying? I know Shaq and
Amazing.
I'm gonna do great things over there. So what's your thoughts, bro?
Amazing.
Okay.
Who better than Shaq and AI, the two people that say Reebok? Like the only Reeboks that we really wear, unless you wearing some classics or something like that. That's the only joints you really
Yeah,
rocking.
unless you're
So
from New
I
Orleans, then
know,
of course you had your
yeah, but I know coming up, the AI is like I wanted the questions, the answers, all the joints. So he just, you know what AI meant to hip hop and the world and the culture and us,
yeah.
Shaq, most dominant player, and the shoes is on point. So I think that's a great move. And Shaq don't really put his hands on something unless he gonna make a difference. I mean,
Yeah.
we
And
went
listen,
from hating Papa John's to now we like, yo, what the deal's at? Let me get that Shaqaroni.
listen, this is the only thing I asked, right?
So, so if anybody can do it, my man gonna make it happen.
Only thing I asked, so Shaq, or if you know Shaq or know AI or somebody related to them that can get this word to them, just please, 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 just retro all the dope shoes, man. That's all I'm asking. You know what I'm
Oh yeah,
saying? Let's bring back all the AIs, bring back all the Shaqs. You know what I'm saying? Let's bring back the
but
original
the AIs
Reebok
never
pumps.
stop though. That's the thing. They the only
Yeah,
ones that's really still. They trying to bring back the Shaqs, but they doing like the Nike effect, where they doing crazy colorways that never
yeah.
actually
No,
came
I'm
out.
talking about the original, the
You want the retro?
Psychosis. Yeah, I want the retro
I
Jones. You know what
got
I'm
you.
saying? I want the Reebok pumps, the original deep brown Jones. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no remixes. We want the original
Yeah, yeah. The original
products.
joint.
That's all I ask.
I
But
got you. I
shout out
got
to
you.
them, man. And once again, Angel Reese doing big things for women's basketball, and just women in general, just showing, hey, we can do it our way. I look a certain way, I talk a certain way. This is gonna be me, and being a positive role
Ah,
model. So
you are.
shout out
Yes, sir.
to her for that. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna move right along. I don't know if you caught any of the preseason basketball over the weekend. You know what I'm saying? Lakers, Golden State, great game. But there was a little bit of
Mhm.
controversy. I don't know if you know about it. Where
What you
at
mean, Braun?
yeah,
Oh, he's switched up.
at halftime, he comes back out.
My
He's
man is
fully
about to be 40 years old.
so yeah, so listen. So I'm with you. He comes back out. He's in the street clothes and he's eating. Looks like his wife made him some dinner from the crib. He's on the bench
Eating
eating.
nice meal prep.
Yeah, yeah. He was in the meal prep bowl and everything. So it looks like his wife prepared that meal. So I didn't have a problem with it. Like I said, he almost 40, been doing it 21 plus years. I think he's earned that right. But you got a lot of former NBA players coming out, just like the NFL has been doing lately, and just saying that's been disrespectful to the game. He shouldn't do that. He should
Man, you
stay
gotta
locked.
realize that what he represents to the game, man.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
everything. So think about when any move is really being made, it's always like, well, what does LeBron think? What's his like?
Yeah.
So in that regard, they call him Le GM, Le Coach, like Le everything. So it's like what you expect from the guy that's really pushing the narrative on how things should or shouldn't be. Everyone already saying, well, he run everything. So if you already had an expectation of him,
Miles just
he's
playing
like,
to the
let me just
narrative,
go ahead
right?
and keep it going. Let's keep it going. Y'all already think that I decide where the players are being traded. I decide what plays we gonna run. I decide all these different aspects. Why not? Let me enjoy my meal.
Hey man,
It's
listen.
preseason, man. Ain't
It
nobody.
is preseason, so I wasn't really tripping. But once again, man, you've been in the league for X amount of years. You should
21 to be exact.
you should have some veteran privileges. I think, especially now, if this is a regular season game, I get it.
But
But come
yeah.
on, man, it's preseason. You know what I'm saying? He could have stayed in the locker room, but the people that paid money to see LeBron, they got to see him play,
They got
and
a
they got to
nice
see him
little
chill.
half.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
so I wasn't really tripping, man. But speaking of halves, talk about a certain game that took place.
Enough.
I stayed up and watched the entire
The
game.
130, like everybody else.
I could not believe it. But that's just the Coach Sanders effect. What they got the world. It's like everybody's behind them, but it's like, yeah, they had a good game, but then they ended up, losing the game. Then a lot of
They had a good
controversies came
half.
out. Yeah, they lost half.
That
Where
dude, 13 cooked.
yeah, he
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 was
got
whipping a
busy.
pot like James Harden.
Travis Hunter came back. He had had good game. He showed why he is definitely going to be a top pick. But
Mhm.
there's a little bit of controversy, right? That people are talking about it. And I didn't realize this till after the fact, where Shador during halftime or after the second quarter,
Mhm.
posting his merchandise, basically trying to sell it during the game, blah blah blah. Then they end up losing the game and not the greatest
Well,
fashion.
it came from his account. We can't say that it was
I
him. It came
understand.
from his account.
I
Let's just
understand,
say that.
but
We gotta
optics
say
is
that
everything.
nowadays.
Optics is everything. Now, I think his
Right.
brother that does all the social media, which does phenomenal
Bucky
job, does all
Junior.
their stuff. I just think
Mhm.
sometimes you have to be aware of what's going on. You know what I mean? So, what's your thoughts on the game? Press conference? How you
I
feeling
think
about that?
so many people have already alluded to it. Uncle Shay Shay said it, like team was not disciplined. They got caught into the lights, camera, action of everything. And I mean, the first half, amazing. I watched it, and as it started to creep away, I kept telling my wife like, it's not going to end well
Yeah,
because it was like a snowball. It just got bigger and bigger. It went from like, all right, let's score a touchdown. We're gonna go ahead and score a touchdown. We can exchange touchdowns all day. That ain't no problem.
yeah,
But once you saw they wasn't converting and they getting three and outs, then they
man.
getting
Listen,
these penalties. Then you see
momentum's real, man.
Then you see Travis Hunter looking like you should have just stayed on offense. Like he wasn't as effective as we are normally used to seeing him.
Yeah,
And
he's
again,
still
he's
hurt.
been out for like a month.
Yeah,
So
he's still
granted,
hurt. Yeah,
but he played much better on offense than he played on defense this time. And you see the play my man hit the Super Bowl catch when he caught it on his back / helmet,
yeah.
which was crazy. But
It
I
was.
just thought that they just let that slip away. I think you gotta blame everybody. Coaching, they got out coached. Coaches ain't make no adjustment. Defense, the defensive coordinator, like all them penalties that was going on, it was just bad. It
Yeah,
was bad for what we expect them to be. I'm sure that they're gonna come back, and I think they play what UCLA,
I think
which
that's
I'm
this
definitely
weekend.
gonna be rooting for them,
Yeah,
huh?
yeah, I think that's this
But
weekend.
they
Ain't
got
it?
an off week this weekend, so it's
No,
the
it's the
following
following
weekend.
week. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, yeah. So they play UCLA, and I'm definitely gonna be rooting for them because they beat the brakes off of my NCCU Eagles, but it's
Yeah,
okay. So
yeah. I understand. I understand.
we got our check-in with to the crib, so it's
But,
all good.
but here's what a lot of people too are failing to realize, man. And once again, it was bad play on all phases, right? But I think
Yeah,
because people got to realize, man, this is a team that literally has only won maybe 10 games in a span of 6 years. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I think people have unrealistic expectations and just enjoy the ride. Now, they got to take some
Yeah,
accountability because they
you
shouldn't.
know the world we live in, Herb.
Yeah, I
Ain't
know.
nobody waiting for
I
nothing. We
understand,
want
but
it
they gotta
instantly. It's a
we gotta
microwave generation. We ain't waiting.
we gotta reel it back in. So speaking of waiting, so I ordered my Coach Prime sweatshirt about a month
Okay,
ago, and it's still not coming until like
still waiting.
November. So my point is,
Yeah,
okay,
I'm waiting
uh
on my blender's glasses too. So,
just just
so
just have patience, man. So Dion is one of my favorite Cowboys. Him with Michael Irvin and
yeah,
Terrell Owens. I know a lot of people don't classify Terrell Owens as a Cowboy, but he is in my heart my favorite receiver of all time.
that's
So
my
I'm going to
quarterback.
support whatever they're going to be doing. So I say that to say, man, have patience. You know what I'm saying? That's with anything in life. It's going to happen. Just enjoy the
Yeah.
ride, man. So it's
Yeah,
just their
they're
first
gonna
year.
bounce back, but I just we didn't see that coming. We
No,
didn't see that effect of
I
like,
was low key
okay, it's
upset.
slipping. It went from it's slipping to like, damn, I think they
Listen,
about to lose this
I
game.
was low key upset only because where we live at, people, we on the East Coast, so we were up to
Yes.
about 1:30, 2 o'clock.
1:30.
So yeah, I stayed up for a loss. So
Tired as well. Like the went to sleep, woke back up.
I was a
This
little
game's
upset.
still on.
I was a little upset. So, but man, shout out to them, man. Once again, man, just keep going, and it's gonna get better. So, yep. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
That's. Oh, speaking of To, I'm sorry. Before we get out of here,
Okay.
he was in an altercation, right? Playing pickup basketball. This goes back to the tell him why you mad. Hey, you gotta learn your surroundings, right? And apparently this game got out of control in Calabasas, California. I know there's a lot of money out there, so I don't know what
Yeah.
y'all could be beefing about. But he walks out. The gentleman he had a disagreement with gets in his car,
Yeah.
runs his car into his knee, try to take him out, and yeah. So that just happened.
It turned up like that? The
Yeah,
temperature changed like that on
over
the
a pickup
situation?
basketball game. So I don't know what was
Good
the
damn.
words were exchanged. So man, thoughts and prayers out to
That's something
To.
serious.
Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, they didn't excuse me, they didn't report any serious injuries. However, I
Yeah.
think the gentleman is being charged with assault with a deadly weapon. So I mean, you try to run somebody over the car, man. So once again, people,
Good
be
damn.
nice to people. You don't know what they're going
Build a
through,
gym
what
at
they're
your
capable
crib.
of. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
So what we got going on today, bro?
Good. Shout out to the players lounge.
Yeah,
Golly, I
man.
know.
It gets real out here, cuz.
Oh my god. Hey man, you know I'm a huge Martin fan. So there's a lot of great movies that he had, but one of my favorite movies that he had, In Line Between Love and Hate.
Classic.
And I was watching that movie. Great movie, right?
Classic.
I was watching that movie, and then I also been watching everything that's going on in the world of pop culture and or social media.
Okay.
And I started to realize there's a lot of similarities, situations of like that saying of thin line, right? There's a thin line between things. I realized not only is it thin line between love and hate, it is a thin line between social media and reality.
Oh man,
And today
here we
we're gonna
go.
talk about that.
Let's get
Oh
it, man.
yeah,
Hey, I've
yeah.
been waiting for this.
So you see, just for you, man. So we know social media is the new thing, right? It's what's popping right now. Everybody's on it. Your grandma on it. Your employers, they searching for you when you're going there.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you use social media for? I'm curious to know. What's your reasoning behind? What do you use social media for?
So it's very simple, right? So I use social media for our platform, clearly,
Okay.
because this is the team. For my
Okay.
sports, staying on top of like my sports and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
and communicating with like family or my siblings that are not in Georgia. You know what I'm saying? Because they're always on social media.
Mm-hmm.
May post a picture here and there, but mainly that's pretty much it, man. I don't really like if you go on my Instagram, right? I probably got my last picture was for my daughter's second birthday. She's 4, so like I don't really post a lot. I
It's
think
been a
I've
while.
learned to post a lot of stuff like it maybe stories, just like because you post it, then it disappears.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, but
Yeah.
outside of that, man, I really don't. I just me, man. I'm low key, man. I don't really do the whole social media thing. You know what I mean? So. Yeah, what
So
about you, man?
I'm a avid social media user. I use it what's intended for, to network with people, to communicate with people, catch up with friends and or family members I haven't seen in a while. As Herb said, definitely on the business side, promote business, change business, promote anything I'm doing within my business and or companies. That's definitely. But my main thing I would probably say, other than the business component, the biggest factor for me is really just entertainment, right? Laughs, jokes, memes, things like that, reels. I love it, right?
Yeah.
You always hear me say life is a very serious situation, right? Life is always serious. So most time with me, I'm trying to enjoy some type of humor, put a little laughter in my life. So also that being said, does your wife use social media? And if she does, do y'all follow each other?
Yes, she uses social media, but not really. And yeah, we follow each other. So she may
Okay, so
post
make
some.
sure
Yeah, yeah.
you was
So
looking real iffy on that question.
no. So kind of think about it. So yeah, we do follow each other, and she posts every now and then. She said she posts like a story every now and then, but really. And
Right.
I forgot. I left that out. So yes, I do enjoy social media for the memes and the reels
Okay.
because I send reels to you all the time. Like, hey man, it's
Yeah.
crazy. But outside of that, man, like me personally, I don't really post, but I like to see what other people
So
post.
you don't post. Okay, so all right, so you and your wife, y'all follow each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you post your significant other like, hey, it's anniversary, it's birthday, my wife got a promotion, or I want to celebrate? Do you
So
have moments where you do that? Like,
so yes and no. So here's the thing. So I'm more active on Facebook. She doesn't
okay.
use Facebook, right? So like I will post things, but she never sees them, right? Because she's like, you know what I'm saying?
She don't
So
go on there.
she is not on there, and I'm not a huge Instagram user, but I do every now and then. But it's not so we don't have a like, oh, you got to post this or you got to make sure you post me. Like now I know
Y'all don't have
there's
that
some people.
conversation?
I know some people that are out there that are like that. Like that's their love language. Like I
Yeah.
need you to post me online. I need to
Yeah,
be
it's my
your
birthday.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, they want main course money
it
and woman
depends. I
crush
mean,
Wednesday.
I will, but it's not like because I don't really use it. So it's like that. It's not my first
Okay.
thought. Like we're out somewhere. Like for instance, we're at like dinner or something. My first reaction is not to hey, let me take a picture of this meal or let me take a picture of my wife and say hey, look at us,
Mhm.
look what we're doing. Because
Right.
I've been in certain situations where people are not happy for like
Okay.
look at Irv and them like they that looks like a nice restaurant. It's always how they afford to do that. You know what I'm saying? So like my views on
So in
social
essence,
media is different.
you don't want the backlash of the judgment whenever you post this up.
I don't want the negative energy.
Is that
So I
why
rather
you
just
pulling it back? You don't want
yeah,
that?
I just rather enjoy my life and be happy versus you know what I'm saying? Like that makes sense because then you'll see
So
people
you
that
feel like the social media is taking away that sense of people just being able to enjoy their life because people are
yes.
always posting.
Yes, so I'm gonna give you another prime example. I had the opportunity to go to a basketball game with my brother. Before the weekend, we went to the Hawks
Mhm.
game, sat next to Jackson Jr.'s uncle. And
Mhm.
you know what was good about that? Our seats were phenomenal, by the way. You know what I'm saying? For
Right.
people that don't know, but there's no footage out there like, hey man, me and Weeks at the game, blah blah blah. I mean, he posted something like a store, but it's like we were really able to enjoy the game, enjoy great
Yes.
conversation with this gentleman, and take it for what it is. Now, you see people holding their phone up the entire game, looking through the lens of the camera and not enjoying
Mhm.
the actual game because social media is a hell of a drug. They want people to know, hey, I got good seats, or hey, I'm at the
Right.
game, or I'm doing this. Okay, cool. We've lost sight
So
of enjoying life. Okay. That is my
okay.
biggest problem with social media. One of them.
So where is the line drawn between what you feel like people are posting as their reality versus they just doing for social media? Because it seems like people live two different lives, right? They have their
Yeah.
social media life, and then they have what's reality. Let's take somebody that you know, like personally, right? Not I want names and like that, but
Yeah.
you have people that you know. Well, how do you feel when you see people that you know post on social media and you know that their circumstance situation is not exactly how they post their content to be?
Yeah, but see, for me, that's their business, right? So I'm never gonna be like, "Oh, you not like that," or "You don't do that." Now, the
Yeah,
only
yeah, I'm
time I
not
would
saying that.
ever, no, what I'm saying, the only time I would ever say something like that is like you'd have to disrespect me or say something crazy to me
Right.
first. So I'm like, hey man, a reality check, like because the stuff that you do, like I know you in real life, so it's not
And
my
I really
business.
like that.
It's not my business, or it's not my place to put someone out because once again, everybody
Yeah.
uses social media differently, right? So not you, but a person could use
Mhm.
social media to portray like, hey, I want to fit in, I want to be
Right.
accepted. Like, hey, I can travel, I can do this and this and that. So it's not my place to say,
Mhm.
hey man, that ain't really you. You do you. But I'm just saying, you have to
You never
remember,
left
like,
Atlanta.
once you put the phone down, life is still here. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what people
Okay.
get lost in, almost like lost in character. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
you let these followers and supporters that don't even know you
Right.
hype your head up, and then you basically put down the people that really know you and really support you. So that's my only thing. I know people that I've done things for, never asked for
Mhm.
anything in return, nothing. But when it's my turn for support, like even listen to that show. Hey man, you check the show. Oh no, I be busy, blah blah blah. But then they be online talking about don't nobody support my vision. You would know somebody supported your vision if you listen to the show. We shout people out all the time. You know what I'm saying? Or so it's like
Right.
you got to pick and choose your battle, cuz that's all, man.
No, I certainly feel like social media can be a drug in a sense where there are drugs that people feel like they enhance their abilities or capabilities, and they feel like there's ones that make it worse, right? You intoxicated, you might do some things you wouldn't normally do. Some people feel like when they are partaking in cannabis, that sometimes it enhances their senses and awareness, and they can
Hey
think
man,
better
that
and write better and all these different things, right? I don't know nothing about it, right? That's never been my thing. But I feel like social media has that same effect because there are people that are highly successful in what they do on social media and have a great following or just have a great time on social media and enjoy it without the BS. But then you also have people that are feeling like this is destroying families and relationships and this and that. And I think that's where I just differ on opinions of that because social media, I don't feel like does that. I feel like it's the people that this just gives you a platform to be who you already are. The
social
same
media
way when people say
enhances,
like
yeah, it
guns don't
enhances
kill
who you
people,
are.
people will kill people. It's the same thing. It's just a medium or a tool or a platform to allow you to be who you are. It's just much easier because no one is verifying things that you say or post. They just taking it. All right, Irvin Dubai. Like
Yeah.
we ain't checking to see like where your ticket. Like we're not looking at pictures
But
to
but people
see
do
and
but
things
people
like
do
that.
that though, man. Like, and that's what's crazy. And that's why I say, people lose sight of reality. Like, so instead of you saying, like, for instance, I know you and your family travels a lot, right? Or travel a lot.
Yeah.
I can look at a post, like that's when I called you Saturday. Hey man, you right
Mhm.
around the corner. I had no idea that
Yeah.
that was over there. Let me look into that because that looks like that's fun. Not, oh,
Yeah.
here
And
go Weeks
and that's
again,
honestly so
posting something. You know what I mean? Like that's how people do. You feel me?
they never go, which is no problem, right? But a lot of them like watching the stories of me doing John. So I post a lot of content when I go to burger spots. Like, hey, what burger spot you go to? So people request a lot of things for me, but mainly for me is definitely I want my family to know where I'm at first.
Yeah,
I need
you
to
got to
know
make
where
sure
I'm at,
people.
where I'm hiking, and then two, a lot of times with my family back at home in the DMV, they're always wondering like what's going on with the kids or doing different things like that. So I'm very intentional about the content that I post. Like if I'm posting it, it's for you to see it. Like I'm not posting something that I'm like, oh well, why you all in my business? Like I'm doing it for a reason.
Yeah,
And that's why I say here's where I feel like here's the ultimate thing that I really want to get into, right? This is the real thin line between reality and social media. So
okay,
everyone knows, unless you've been living on the rock or been gone for the last couple of months, we know there's a lot of situations with divorce. Particularly situation is going on with Will and Jada. We don't know if they divorced together. Every week, every day,
that's
it seems like we get
that's
new
tough though. That
information.
situation is crazy.
Right? Right. But we get new information from that every day, right? And we've also seen situations with like a Jeezy, right? Jeezy and Jenny Mai, right? They're getting divorced. You see a lot of content come out where people are getting a divorce, right? And a lot of people have opinions about that. I've heard a lot of celebrities and even some people that give their think pieces, which is, cool, talk about, well, that's their business. Why are we all in their business? So my question to you is, what's your thoughts on that when people are sharing content or they're sharing their information and now people want to know more or consume more of the information, but they're like, nah, we want privacy. How do you feel about that?
No, once you put it out there, man, that's no longer private, right? So if
Right.
you come out and say, "Hey, me and my wife or me and my husband are getting a divorce," right? And
Right.
then here's the disclaimer: at this time, we ask for respect. Respect our privacy. Like you're not going into details why, but hey,
Right.
you're clarifying this is true. However, at this time, we're not going to speak about it. Understand that, but when you do a tell-all book, or because I think that's what Jada's situation is a book.
Yes, you're on a book
Jeezy,
tour.
Jeezy's on a book tour as well too, but it's not like the
Mhm.
same kind of book tour. However, so he's
Mhm.
opened himself up for these
I think we kind of
questions.
saw that one
Yeah,
coming.
yeah. So,
Like we didn't need a book to see that this was gonna work out.
so
Pretty easy.
I just feel like once again, man, if you put it out there, like when people make them videos when you're crying, well, I'm not. Okay, so
That you hate.
I apologize. All right.
That
What
you
I'm
hate.
saying, because I don't want to sound insensitive, but if you have the time to take your phone and record yourself
And
crying
record
on
yourself
on
and post it.
social media, if it's not alive and you post it, you're inviting
Mhm.
people to come in and ask you. So you have to take the good with the bad. If you don't want to know what people's going on, don't say anything, bro. Just wait
Yeah.
your time.
Yeah,
But
I feel like people are hypocrites in that situation, man. Because on one hand, when you have content you're trying to push, when you have products you're trying to push, when you got shows, when you got businesses, when you got things you're trying to push, you want all the media, all the attention, all these, hey, I want people to know about this and follow me, get this behind the scenes. Like people want all of that type of energy.
yeah,
The moment something is spoken about them and it's not in the light that they wanted to, or they start to talk about things more than not, now all of a sudden you want privacy. Now all of a sudden people, oh, we want to respect them, and that's their business. I don't have an opinion.
no
Yeah, but
doubt.
you didn't put me in your story. I was minding my business when I'm seeing all this content and information about you. So
Like
for you to sit there and pretend like I went out and said, "Hey, let me ask you these questions." No one asks all this information
that's
and
what I'm
this
saying. That's
information.
like
They put it out.
the Jada
So
and Will
it's
situation.
hypocritical, and I don't like that y'all out here putting this information and getting mad when other people are trying to check out what's going on, what happened. You
We
put
would
it out there in the first place, and even something as simple as the statement you said, "Hey, yeah, it's true, but we want." Once you say anything, look at people like we talk about famous actor. Will is a very famous actor, right?
free will.
Denzel is a very famous actor. How many times have you heard stories about Denzel?
None.
Do you know anything about his wife? Do you know what any situations they have? You know any issues they have? Right? Samuel L. Jackson has been married for a minute. You hear anything about their situation? Ice Cube married for a minute. There's a lot of people right? Omar Epps, a lot of people that are successful and making moves and things, we don't never hear nothing about them. But now
Yeah.
you have people who putting content out, and now all of a sudden you don't want people to be, oh, y'all nosy being all. Stop putting the information
You
out
put
there
it
so
out,
these
you
people
put it
won't
out
have
there.
to be Inspector Gadget and see what's going on. Because now you done got these people interested in these stories, and now they're trying to see what's going on. The same way you watch a streaming service, and now I got to see what's the next episode.
Yeah, but here's
This
the
is
thing
the stuff
too.
you want.
You
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 can't
drop
pick and choose when people rock with you and don't. Come on, man.
you dropping clues, right? As far as like, okay, so you insinuate a bunch of things to get the attention, and then when you're getting the
Yes.
attention, it's not the attention that you want. Now you backtrack and say, "Oh no, I didn't really mean
No.
this. I didn't really mean that." Like, and I just hate to bring it up, but like the whole Jada situation, right? When she goes out the first interview, yeah, me and Will have been divorced or separated
No
since
one asked that.
2016.
No one asked
We
that
didn't know that.
information.
We didn't need to know that, right? Then she
Didn't
comes
know
out
about
to
nothing.
today, or was it yesterday, and was like,
Yeah.
"Yes, but we are working through these things. We're not divorced. We're happy." Like, so you see Will doing damage control, like, bro, I'm filming a movie or documentary somewhere, and I have to be responsible to answer questions that I never came out and said. So it goes to your point. We would never ask these questions if you didn't put it out there. I get it.
No
You
one is
trying
even,
to
we
sell a
ain't
book.
even know how many years, let's be honest, Irv, how many years have we heard the rumor that they have an open marriage? We've heard that since we was like in the 90s. We've
Yeah,
heard that. Since they first been married, like 96, 97.
but who cares?
Never was any information to confirm this. This is just rumor. This is water
Speculation.
cooler talk.
That's
Right?
speculation.
No one never had anything to actually say, hey, this is true. I know this to be a fact. Now all of a sudden you want to come out with the entanglements and you want a red table talk. And we're gonna talk about, we didn't ask for any of this. We were minding our business, enjoying social media. Now you messing up people's algorithms because you're sitting up here
Hey,
dropping. Now
you,
we done found out that you done sold drugs and that
man,
Tupac allegedly
man.
had alopecia
No,
and it was hiding,
listen,
that he proposed. We didn't
listen.
care about any of this.
Let me tell you something, bro. I'll tell you something. I wasn't gonna go into that much detail. However,
No,
like,
I'm going into all of it
what
because now you didn't put it
young
out
folks
there.
say? It's a lot of cap in your raps. Like, come on, man. Like, you really talking so you sold all this crack? I'm like, Jada, you're 5'2". You're from Baltimore, right? I don't know what kind of queen pen that you thought you was, or Baltimore soft. You know what I'm saying? Which I don't believe that they are. So some stuff just don't
Yes.
need to be said, man. Like, come on, man.
And why all of a sudden are we hearing this now? Because again, no one is asking these questions. They're not saying, hey, so you're just volunteering this information,
I
which
feel
means
bad for
you're
Will, bro.
clearly looking for something that no one was even interested in even knowing. At this point, we don't even care. Like every time we think it dies, we would talk about Carly Russell and this situation and the Young Thug situation. This now they come out with dropping information. Like, why?
Man,
You're
listen.
already successful. You already a millionaire. You got the things that you want and desire in life. You got wonderful children that have great careers. Why?
Just retire or just
Why
go,
are you damaging the legacy that you have for this? For what?
because attention
What
and
is it
social
for?
media is it's a deadly drug, man. Like, it's almost like
But
I'm
it
not,
wasn't. But
Hi-
that was there before, dog. Like
listen,
she's been that. She's
so
been that.
So here's what I feel, right? Not about this situation. This is what I feel what a lot of people do, not just celebrities, right?
Yeah.
They could be
Please
doing
enlighten me.
something and they pop it for a little bit, then they falls off. It's like, okay, cool. What can I
Yep.
do to make myself relevant again? It's almost like a musician. Like, okay, you know what?
Yes.
I'm just gonna diss this person for no reason to
Beef.
start up
Yeah,
a
yeah.
beef, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Or I'm just gonna have a quote unquote adult film release to get back in the media. You know what I'm saying? It's always something, man. So I
I
feel
don't know
like,
how this got put out.
yeah,
I was just minding my married
and it
business,
just
and
come on,
this
man. Like,
got uploaded. This was crazy.
the
Come on,
FBI
man.
is not going through your phone and just uploading your
No,
visuals.
I
No,
keep
nobody's
telling
doing that.
man, and this is why I tell people. This is why I say I use it for entertainment. It's all entertainment, and it's like when Ye had this situation, everybody was going crazy, and then you were like, "Yo, I was real cool." Like, dog, I understand the game. There's people always selling you stuff, whether it's their content, whatever they promote, whatever. That's the idea. The bigger picture is, are you buying what they're selling? And for me, a lot of times I'm not buying what you selling. I'm cool. I ain't got no beef with you. I don't, got no art with you. I'm not mad about how your strategy is. I'm just not buying what you selling, and I'm cool
Right.
with that. But we live in a world where people want to just consume and buy all these things from people, not physically buy, but just the idea you're buying it to. Let me hear what this about. Well, it's all serves a purpose. No one is just putting information out or putting content out for no reason. No one does it. Even people like, I didn't know I was gonna get this big. Yes, you did.
Yes, you did that
You
because you want to
recorded
get.
50 videos.
Come on,
When you
man. That's
thought you was gonna record 50 videos and nobody was gonna watch?
like we put out
Come on,
content
man.
with a purpose. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're not just putting
Yes,
out content for the sake of putting out content. So everything is a purpose. So when people say, I don't know how
right.
this happened, oh, I don't know how they got this. Man,
You
listen,
do.
I have
You do.
in all my 38 years, right? I have never, knock on wood, I have never had something miraculously just be uploaded. Like I don't know. So maybe that's just a celebrity thing, bro. Like maybe the phone carriers have something to where, they know, okay, cool. We're gonna resurrect this person's career. We're gonna go in their files and upload it. You know what I'm saying? So because why you don't see the regular person say that? Like, you ever had anything
Yeah,
leak online
I'm
that you
just
didn't
trying to
want
figure
to?
out, like I said, what's that line where people decide that, you know what, the reality is not cool enough for me. Let me step over into the social media world. It's like, why do you feel that this gives you so much luxury of you can suspense reality in this sense? I'm going to say and do everything that's just completely opposite of what I know to be of myself.
Because you
For
can be
what purpose?
you can be whoever you want to on social media, though. I think we talked about this before. Like right now, me and you,
You can't be that. So you saying you can't be that in person? You got to
no,
be it on social media.
no. Here's the thing. So I
Okay,
can get on here and
break it
say,
down.
I can get online and say, man, listen, back in the day, bro. Yeah, I mean, I was moving from state to state. I know Poppy and them. I mean, I'll make the flight. I can
Stop
sell
all
that.
that.
I can make it believable online, right?
Right,
But then in
right.
real life, you like, dog, you went to school. You play ball. Like, what, you know what I'm saying? Where did this? Because I didn't see
We
it.
was in class together.
But
Where was I?
if you didn't know any better, I could literally
Right,
sell you that, hey, I was the biggest kingpin or whatever on the East Coast. People have that, they want to have a certain life, right? Because that's what
right.
social media or society has created. Like, hey, if you're not doing this, you're not popping. If you're not taking trips, popping bottles and rocking jewels, you're not popping.
Mhm.
Where it's cool to be regular, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I live a
So
very
that's my point. So have we made it so unpopular and uncool that being your normal self is not in anymore?
yes.
Have we reached that threshold where just being yourself is not even that? Being yourself is not enough at this point.
That's a,
Have we reached that point in society where just being who you are is not good enough?
yeah, we've been past that point. We've been past that point.
Really?
Like, yes, absolutely. We have been. This ain't like 20. This is before COVID. This
Right,
when Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, when all this stuff became really popular, that's when it was over with.
right,
Because once
right.
again, and it also gives you the power to say things online that you wouldn't say to
Mhm.
somebody, like, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
in they face. So I don't understand that, bro. It's crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He said the reality is just gone. We've got to the point, but yeah, I've always wondered, like, at what point do you say, like, you know what? I'm gonna be somebody else and just run with that and then try to build upon that. I understand reinventing yourself. I've done that many times. I was many other names before I was Jay Weeks, right? I
Yeah.
get that aspect of it. But all of those were me. I'm not going to pretend to be someone that I wasn't when people can. It's like I said, I can talk about, man, when I was in high school, man, people know, like, dog, you was on stage acting. Stop like you
Right.
weren't
Yeah.
that
Right.
guy.
Yeah.
And
Right.
I'm never gonna put something out there where I feel like it's no point. I feel like we getting to a point where now, like you said, you really have to question, is who I am good enough at this point?
But
Because
it,
now it's like you get clout if you work a regular job. Oh, you a 9 to 5 dude? Like, how you supposed to be? You supposed to be popular? Like, and even that's not even cool now.
here's
Working
the
a
thing, though.
job, take care of your family is not cool anymore.
But it has to be cool with you, the person. That's what a bigger problem is. It's not so much the social
Okay.
media. People let
Right.
the outside world influence them to say, "Hey, man, am I really not? Am I really not living life?"
Mm,
Because you're living off of expectations of people. It's a
right.
reason why there's not 100 millionaires within your block, right? You know what I'm saying, or like your
Right.
neighborhood, right? It's not going to happen for
Mhm.
everybody. People think that okay, because you
Yes.
did it, I can do it, and if I'm not there yet, I need to fake it till I
Not
make it.
necessarily. Yeah.
No, I'm just saying,
Not
but
necessarily.
but you know what I'm trying
No,
to say, man.
I'm saying I'm agreeing with you that not
Yeah,
necessarily everybody's not gonna make it. Everybody ain't
no.
gonna make $1 million.
There's a
It's just
reason
not.
why there's a
It's just
select
not
few people
possible.
that do that.
Yes.
So you have to be okay with yourself first, right? Like me, I love my life. I wouldn't trade my life in for the world. You know what I'm saying? If I
All right.
could, the only thing I'd change, I'd probably be 6'4" versus 5'8". That's probably be it. But everything else in my life,
You have bad knees right now.
yeah. But everything
Your knees be iced up right now as we doing this podcast. If you sit
everything
down too long.
everything. I just want to be 6'4", 6'5" for a day. Just see what it feels like. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But anyway,
So so how do you so as we bring it towards the end, how do we close the gap or I not even say close the gap? What is the point that you it's usually, for example, you said I'm very secure in who I am. I'm happy with my life. I love my wife, my kids, my circumstance, situation. I'm cool with that. How do you tap into that? Right? How does someone who's not where you are, whether it be, for relationship, financial, whatever situation, if they're not in a place of happiness, what advice do you have for them to be able to tap into that point where they can be happy or at ease with who they are?
So you have to find out what makes you happy first of all, right? Once you
Right.
find out what makes you happy, you hold on to it and don't let nobody else
Mhm.
change it. You know what I'm saying? So like you see I got my the throwback Black Panther shirt on. Like I'm a movie nerd. I'm Marvel. I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? Because sitting
Yeah,
down watching Marvel movies or movies in general, it makes me
it's
happy,
cool.
okay? I don't care what nobody else thinks, right? So you have to be okay with what makes you happy and hold on to that. And as
Right.
far as like relationships or marriages, whatever, if you're happy with your spouse or your kids or your job, be okay with that. Don't measure what you
Mhm.
have towards somebody else because once again, everybody in their lyrics want to be, I want that Will and Jada love. No, you don't. We found out no that the lie
No,
detector
you don't.
determined that was a lie.
That
So
was a lie.
I no longer
Can
not me,
age
but
well.
right. So I would never want to aspire to have their relationship because now I
Right.
know the truth. So you got to pull back the curtains, all the smoke and mirrors, man, and take social media for what it is. Find out what makes you happy and be okay with that.
Yeah.
That'll be my advice. So
I definitely, yeah, I agree with you. You had a lot of great points. You really have to tap in with yourself and quiet the noise. I know that is very challenging and hard nowadays because everyone has an opinion. Everyone is like, you should do this. Everyone is an expert on your life, even though they've never lived it, never took a step in your life, walked in your shoes, anything. But
yeah.
they're expert in your life. But you have to, as Irv said, you really have to tap in and identify within yourself. Like, find out what you like to do. One of the things when I first met Irv, I thought was like, this dude is definitely weird, but he was okay with his weirdness. This man used to go to the movies like on his lunch break or in between shifts. Like, I got 3 hours. Shoot, I'm gonna
Hey,
go to the movies.
you
And
know
at
it.
that time, I had never heard of someone going to the movies like Dolo. I'm like, this dude is really either he's really weird or this dude is really a movie nerd. And he's really a movie nerd. So, but he was cool with that, right? When I got to working with this guy, I used to always watch Shark Tank. And he was like, "Man, who watches Shark Tank? What is wrong with you? Would you trying to start a business or something?" But it tapped into a different side of me, and then I got him to get several products off Shark Tank,
Sure did.
and he
Look, Scrub
understood. But
Daddy
I
was the
was
first one.
okay. Right. But what I'm saying, I was okay with like, this is my thing. This is what I like to do. Like, I love documentaries. I don't care what it's on. I'm gonna watch it. That's my thing. You have to find those moments to just like, what is it that I like to do? And I guarantee you, if you had like a weekend where you say, you know what, today I'm just gonna try to do all the things I want to do, all the things I like to do, and just see, and you will shock yourself like, no, I don't even like Zaxby's, though.
So I'm telling
I
you,
really like
man,
Chick-fil-A, man.
you take a day like you said,
Because
bro.
sometimes we get so caught in that cycle of, hey, this is what everybody else is doing, And I feel like measuring is like the greatest killer to success, because once you start to look at what Herb is doing, this person's doing, that person, and your friends and your family members, now you're not even appreciate your journey or where you at or your growth, because, well, I don't have this, I don't have that. Yeah, but they don't also have this, this, and this. So you looking at one aspect of just financial, but they don't got love. They don't got this. They don't got that. They don't,
Man.
so it's so many different ways. You even Cole made a song, "Love Yours." Like, there's
Yeah,
no such
man.
thing as a life better than yours.
Be happy with
Really,
you,
and
man.
that's very true. You have to tap into that. And I'm a firm believer that once you do that, you know me. Like, I am very stubborn on what I believe and what I feel, and I don't care
Yeah.
who has an opinion about. You
Hey,
know,
man.
everybody be like, "Dog, really, you're not." No, I'm good. I'm fine with that.
Hey, before we go, well, speaking of that, and this is so my brother called me, right? I forgot what episode it was when you was like,
Yeah.
if I said it, I meant it. I'm not apologizing for nothing. He called
Yes.
me. He was like, "Hey, man, that is one of the realest things I've ever heard." He said, "I'm taking that advice from now on." So, ladies and gentlemen, what he means
It's
is
real.
he's okay with that.
Yeah, you have to be very intentional, but at the same time, I'm okay what comes with me saying that, right? Not a lot of people are okay with that. So I've made peace with it. I understand. Hey, the same way, if you say something to somebody a certain way, you know, they might swing it on you. You got to be prepared for
You gotta
what's
be
going to
prepared
happen.
for that. That's
I am
right.
at peace with the decisions that I'm making. I understand I'm making a calculated risk on whatever I have to do. But you gotta tap into that and not be so focused on what everyone else is doing. I know it's easy to look at it, but as the title says, it is a very thin line between reality and social media.
Yes,
Don't
sir.
let this fool you. Everyone is not living these amazing lives and going on these trips. Sometimes they taking pictures from one trip and just spreading them Jones out. I've seen that too. So you gotta watch people, yo.
Yeah.
And they only are taking their best moments. No one is posting their loss. You don't see nobody posting the loss or the times where things is hard, or the relationship ain't working out, or the
Yeah.
kids ain't doing right, or the job ain't right. No one is doing that. So don't let these little snapshots fool you. And if you were focusing on you, it wouldn't even matter. Do like I do. Use it for entertainment. That's all it is.
Yeah.
If what you're looking at don't entertain you, scroll right on past it. Go on to the next thing.
Keep it moving.
You'll be good to go. What's your last thought?
Oh, I thought we.
No, you good. If you ain't got that, we close it right out here.
No, listen.
Yeah,
I agree.
do.
I
Go
agree
ahead.
with everything that you said, bro. I just once again, man, pull the curtains back, take things for what they are, and just remember, don't measure your life up to somebody else. That's why God created us all different. We would all have the same lives, which would be very boring. You know what I'm saying? So I love my
Yeah.
life. Wouldn't trade it in for the world, man. So that's all I got, bro. You know what I'm saying? Stay true to who you are.
Hey, but before we go, time for my absolute favorite part of the show. To
But I'm gonna
tell
tell
us
you
why
why I'm mad.
you
You know what I'm saying?
mad.
I'm gonna tell you why I'm mad.
Oh,
I'm gonna tell
oh,
you
And
yeah.
why.
I have one for you. Maybe I've been listening to a little bit too much of Herb's story, but I go into the gym every day between 5 and 5:30. Went into the gym today and I'm excited, right? I got me some new workout gear to match my shoes. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm ready.
Well, you
I
official.
woke up early before my alarm. I'm official, right? I threw my jacket on so I wasn't cold for the nice 45-degree temperature I had this morning. I'm ready to go. Got my headphones on, get strapped up, gloves, ready to go. Walk in, get ready to get on the bench. It's 5 cameras with tripods. Tripods with cameras sitting
Oh
there.
no! Oh no!
I'm like,
no!
no.
No, brother.
I'm like, okay, no problem. Hey, I get it. Y'all doing y'all content, cool. So, like, all right, go ahead and make your content, cool. Go over to the next section, 3 more cameras. At this point, I'm like, you know what? Let's do it. You making content and you monetize it, I'm in that. So I'm gonna go ahead. I ain't signed no waiver when I signed my gym membership to be in nobody video. But since you want to do that, yes. Every video they doing, I'm in the back just doing extras on for no reason, waiting for them to say something. I'm doing jumping jacks, something that ain't got nothing to do with the exercises they doing. I'm doing push-ups, squat. I'm doing all lunges. They lifting weights. I'm doing lunges in the background. I'm overhead press. I'm just doing all ridiculous stuff to mess up their video intentionally, waiting for somebody to say something. And finally, they look at me like, you don't see me recording? I'm like, I didn't sign up for this in my membership. So if you gonna get it, I'm gonna get it a party. You gonna record me, I will make sure it's gonna be at my discretion. So let's go ahead. Get that camera rolling, champ.
Hey,
Needs to
dog.
say they didn't enjoy that. And so some of them, they decided, you know what, we're gonna go over here. And I wouldn't have had a problem with the cameras, but the fact that people had the cameras and they took it up a step, and now they got the microphone, they got the little lapel mics. I'm like, cool. You gonna make content have lapels? That's cool. You can talk to your camera, but what you not about to do is sit here and have a conversation while y'all got y'all lapel mics. Y'all standing 3 feet from each other. Why are y'all mic'd up and y'all 3 feet from each other? What are you doing?
So
People
hold on.
got kids and jobs and things to do. Get out the way.
So listen, this is hilarious. This is hilarious for more than one reason, but I'm gonna name the main one. Remember some months back when I told people, hey man, keep your tripods at home. You know what I'm saying? Do it. Go late
I'm
at
okay
night.
with tripod. I'm not okay with 5 tripods in one area, dog. If you're gonna be in an area, dog, spread it out.
Nah, dog.
Y'all can't be congregating in one area. We
I'ma
trying
tell
to
you-
get our workout on.
I'm gonna say it like
You
you
know
told me,
that the
man.
gym, you know my gym got a lot of areas.
Yeah.
It's 300-400 people can fit in there. You in one area.
Hey,
Spread
man.
out.
I'm gonna say it like you
I'm on the
told me,
squat
man.
rack.
Let
There's
them
8
rock.
racks over there. You got 4 of them used by those people. Come on, dog. Like, you doing too much.
Let them
Get here
rock and
earlier
get-
or something. What are you doing?
Let them rock and get their content in.
Yeah, that we rocking. We gonna get our content. I'm in all them joints. They ain't got no usable footage because I'm in every one of them videos. Everyone they think is good, I'm in the background somewhere doing something obnoxious, dog. I'm just doing crazy joint.
Hey, do me a favor, dog.
All
The
types
next
of joint.
the next time that's going on, please call me. If I'm at the other gym, I'm gonna leave and I'm
Yes.
gonna go join I'm gonna join in.
Boy, they was tight. Every time they be like, okay, yeah, I got it. And they be like, what is that somebody? And then hey, you see me in the background like just cheesing. I mess up every one of their videos for a whole hour. I was in that joke
Oh
getting
man, that's
in.
tough, cuz.
So needless to say, if you're in my gym and you don't consent to get me in the video for it, I'm gonna be in there one way or the other. I'm letting you know now. You better go where it's a wall, because I'm gonna be in your video, dog. We making content out here. It ain't just a you. This is our content.
We a
at this
team
point.
now. Matter of fact, I need you
Yes,
to run that
sir.
footage when you're done, Playboy.
Yes, sir. Go and get my 10%. I'm trying to get monetized too. Let's go. We in
Let's
there.
get it,
They
man.
gonna be like, I like your video. Who was the weird dude? And I did it. The messed up part is I did it so bad you can't even crop me out, dog. Cause I was moving with the camera, dog.
Hey, stop. Hey, I'm done. I'm stop, man. I'm
So
done,
every
bro.
time they think they got me out, I just step right back in front.
No,
If you crop that joint out, you still got an arm or
hey,
like
look,
4 feet in there.
offline. Listen, offline. I need to ask you what they look like, because you know the crews are, the same crews go to your gym. They go to my gym as well too. So
Oh.
if it's
Oh,
the
yeah.
same group,
Yeah.
if they're in there tomorrow morning, I'm gonna do what you did
Yeah.
today to them tomorrow.
Boy, I
Let's
need to
keep
say
it
when they see me, they will not have them tripods.
Let's keep it going, man.
So hey man, if you're out there and you have a gym membership, just remember everyone else paid a membership too, just like you. Not everyone consented to be in your videos. So get permission or get there a little bit earlier, or just know that some people will be in your content like myself. I can't wait to search hashtag McDonough and put fitness in there and see what pops up.
I'm gonna
'Cause I'm
find
sure
that
I'm
video,
gonna-
cuz, and if I do, I'm
Somebody
definitely
joint.
posting it to the kinfolk.
Definitely. But we certainly appreciate y'all tuning in to this. It's a thin line between social
Yes,
media
sir.
and reality. We
Yes,
know
sir.
we're in a times where things are very, very crazy. People trying to put a lot of content and divide and conquer, but we know we are strong as a unit, as a people, and we will rise above this. But we just got to see through all the foolishness, man. We're going to be all right. So we definitely appreciate y'all for tuning in. But please, kinfolk, remember, when I talk, you talk, we talk. That's that free talk right here, the People's Podcast.
Peace.
Catch y'all next week. Peace.